Hey there, what's good people? It's your boy Pacman, Mr. 925. Intambo yomtlakasi, 14's zochokega. Welcome to yet another episode of the People's Journal, where authentic stories are told by real people.
Hola.
Now, I'm a bit excited about this particular episode as because I am joined by one of the legendary DJs Abase Kaslami. You know, this is someone like who I aspired or looked up to when I was looking into getting into the entertainment industry, you know, and this is also someone who's been very pivotal in terms of my studying career, someone I would reference, or someone in boxer, you know, asking, hey, how do you start a Facebook page, you know, how do you organize an event, or what makes an event successful. And he's been very friendly and free in sharing your information, you know. So I'm really excited that today we are finally getting this opportunity to get to slide a pants and just get to hear our uncle's story, you know. He's a legend. He's a DJ. You know, he's a humble soul. He's a pillar to so many of young and old DJs, you know, and I think he's a big inspiration to most of the young kids that are coming up and aspiring to be young DJs in the hood. And he goes by the name of DJ 14, or some would say 14. But I call him Uncle. Godman, Uncle, how are you?
I'm super done.
It's been, good in this logo spoon with you, riding delay.
Fun.
Yeah, now and then, I mean, even Naman, we were supposed to be recording 11. But as usual, you're a busy guy. Yeah, so welcome to the People's Journal. Sure. So I mean, I think it would only be fair to the audience to just start by, you know, breaking it down with DJ 14. But obviously DJ 14 is your nickname.
Sure.
Right, so maybe who's DJ 14 ubuya gupi? And then how then did you come or decide with you you want to become a DJ?
Alright, the DJ 14 man was Zanani Shabalan.
Sure.
I was born and raised in Zola. From Zola ngasuke Zola ngezakayi.
Sure.
Bangifika kayi Shabika State belingakabi ikasi eli.
The way, yeah.
Nezinto izinto ezibhabe sizibonela kada ikasi
Sure.
ngizwa ngokuvakasha edlandeni ama parents aqeda ukumuvela kayi yathwala.
Sure. Go be busy,
bengakabi development ebhaya mfana.
Sure.
It was music wise.
Sure.
Sharp besifika sibone izinto ziyenzeka ne.
Sure.
But izinto grand sharp sisikhombe kasi mostly besiye Soweto ukuthi mawubona izinto ubona ama finali kayiye kasi sonke into nje abe kuyi way back mfana.
Njengano.
No pick up yo. Sebaba DJ no bazodlala back.
So mawungada eZola, do you come this side already so ne background yok DJ yokudlala, or how do you because ngifuna ukunderstand ukuthi yona le passion yokudlala iqale kanjani isuke kuphi, because obviously ngada expose yabona ukuthi okay ama-hotman now ayadlala in 1-2 but mawufika ngayi, then how do you then become this DJ that you are kalava?
Alright, that's mangifika kayini.
Sure.
Amachita bengikhuluma nawo kada bone sound yenza sound higher.
Sure.
Kwama musician ngiyathola.
Sure.
Makuthola manje i-sound higher yabo siya safari ngayi amagig wabo obaba musician ba perform ama performance abhaya.
Sure.
So thina decide ke nezinye out ke ngoba lezi into impeke bekunaso fake kusaseni Chiskop ne.
Sure.
Amachita ambe ngikhuluma nawe ezona.
Chiskop. Yeah, sure.
Everything mayisuka iqala nama posters asakhona la.
Sure.
Nama cassette kusase cassette banginika yathola.
Sure kid.
So mayiqala la mfana awuthami the late Busizotha nje ka SP. Ingibuza ukuthi indoda wena yabona naku siyasipana ndoda yathola.
Sure.
Wena tune next sharp. Ngiyakubona uyancanya le nto music yathola. What about wena ungangeni ke sikugelezisa ukudlala la.
Sure.
Thothi manje kube ile outcome SP nenye uThemba ithi layout yobe iona kakhulu isound le beyibhizi kakhulu esoundini athola.
Sure.
Only to find out ukuthi Chiskop babhizi kakhulu sebayithatha nayo. Iyo bayidansa khona la.
Sure.
Ingithathe ke isigelezisi. Mayingelezisa ke ngiloko ngiyaphusha yabona.
Sure, okay.
Shapa ngazi next angazi final ukuthi utholakala lapho buphi ubona nje kunama final agcwele.
Sure.
Ay ngizame ke pheki ke. Yabo mangifika ekhasi VV. Kune party basibanisa sound asendlini.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Kada sisibanisa sound different kayi ama party and kuyagcwala kayi.
Yeah.
Just into engekho current sound poor. Ne access yezinto bafuna le number lezi zidlalwa labantu yathola.
Sure.
Mina ngibe expose kuzo kada yabona.
On the connection.
Kada yabo angidecide ukuthi hayi man why nami ngazami ngicheck ukuthi labantu basibanisani ke.
Sure.
Ngizama inyuku ke. Amangithi ngibanda inyuku ke sengilo ngiyageleza kada ngiza ngokuzovakasha lo ngiyabheka situation yabo ngiyabona bebakhona abo DJ kayi ubani. Bekubani umbobo if ngikhumbula grand.
Ubani uDJ?
Mbobo. Thumele if ngikhumbula grand.
Sure.
Ezinye abo sporo zalenga sesipana abo bani konje bani lenye. Sphiwe something like that.
Sure.
So these are much the uppies ne but standard sawa sabaphayisis.
Yes sir.
Bamina ngibheka excel ngibheka imbobo ke ngiyabona la. Bangifuna ukuthi crossela abantu ngithola ama gigabyte.
Yeah, vele wenze so.
Angifuthi final.
Sure.
Sengiyaqalela ngibeka inyuku. Bangifundisa South Africa Orange Groove anyazi ndoda. Ayaya lapha ke mawuthi angithi ama compilation abo fresh.
Sure.
Awuthi uyafika uzothenga lapho ubona ufresh. Nala uthi mose sijavela ingoma zakhe.
So by exposed.
Ngiyathola.
Yeah.
Mara nakhona ngithi uyasha ukukhuluma nabo labantu. Ushapha uhamba umuntu uyokufakaza.
Sure.
Uyowazi izinto angeke uphaphe nawo. So hamba uyaphapha ukukhuluma nabantu. Hayi ngingitshengise la ukuthi ama final athengiswa la kwenzakala so.
Sure.
Bangise Jozi kwenye indawo yama sound A1 sound. Kama Humed sasa khona nanu.
Sure.
Angicheke la bangitshengisa ama turntable.
Sure.
Angithenga ama turntable ngiphanda yabo lay-by. Shit ngilay-by mixer lay-by mangithi hayi mixer mfana 3 months to pay.
Yeah.
Anginanyuka idliwe mix. Shit nginama vinyl nyana i2. Lezana zingayile la waze kwaito lezi Chiskop.
Sure.
Ayisanyabona stress mix idliwe. Yo sengifaka inyuke engaka.
Esa.
Ayizani ngirelax mfana. Nabo mangithi lucky ngithole singisipani samu. Spani sokuqina. Ngithatha enye iBrian base spani Virgin Active. Beyibloma year next to yami. Spani Virgin Active be fitness instructor athola.
Sure.
Itazwakala ka.
What year is that?
Yo mfana ngisakhumbula way back mfana.
Not even from 2000. From 1919 something.
Something la yabo. Lawuthi ngithatha itizwakala.
Sure.
Ithi ungaqina. Ngithi sure. Hayi banqande ezwakala training ngibangena. Yabona ke manje igoli lami la kube ukuthi yabona no mangisipana yi.
Yeah.
Kanti manje uhlangana nabo doctor nani abantu abajima la yathola.
Yeah.
Nabanye abo DJ kuma radio station uhlangana nabo.
Khona la.
Head and record ya change abe Virgin Active yathola.
All right.
Ayisani yabona pheki. Enye ngitshela ita ufuna ukuphelela yi. Ehlekini patient yakho. Angitshela ita wachaza ukudla imali uthami. Yazenza kanjani? Zibonela igoli la ukuthi uzoachieve range. Sure. Yabo pheki mangilonga isipana first month anyabona. Ayilawuthi le manje yangihlaba amagama ayo. Kayina into engincanywayo. Amana lenyuku le ngisipana ngibe ne target.
Sure.
Ukuthi noma ngasipana 6 months ke contract iphela.
Mara uyazi ukuthi usebenzela.
Ne-buy sound.
Sure.
Angibhayiwele ama-sound akudala besingakazi nexa ngithi awutshani besound. Ukuthi khona ukupusha. Angibhayi mfana ke.
Sure.
Ngisangithi ngi-access enyuku manje. Angisathukanga ngibeka inyuku ngihambe ngiyebheka into ukuthi malini ngihambe mangiyolebha mhlambe ngishode maybe nge2 clip kuphela ngiyazi angeke ngizodliwa nge2 clip.
Yeah.
Ngifaka inyuku angalibhayi sound kancane kancane. Yabo ngaba ne-sound ke.
Sure.
Kwaba nenye out beshaya iphathi bekuneyitokfela bebazirana kayi.
Sure.
eFine Town nase Magazine Man. Yabo? Ay babasha lezi zinto lezi letokfela lezi impandla. Yazi ngithuneni?
Sure.
Ngiringe nale out le. Kuda man bafethu manje itokfela zenza round manje.
So ingena ngedokfela.
Uyathola bengizothuna ngoba yiyo into bezongifaka ngithi baya round nokudlalela lo ngayi udlala omunye ongayi kuza nabanye abantu bakwamanye amakasi a different
sure okay
ko lapho ke bayakubona ukuthi wenzani kwenzakala nabanye banokubhuka yathwa ngibangene kanjalo ngestockfed azi yabona mangiye ngakusasa bayavuka ngayiye ekasi bayakhala ubonile u14 u14 udlala ngefinal
by that time sebayakwazi ukuthi u14
igama nje legama ngakhona ngilithola nje ediskini bengidlala ediskini ngitshele vara bengiswalo sanda
akaze kucabangele ngediskini
bengidlala mfana phela manje yazi kwenzakala lapha yana njengoba ngisediskini kanje ngiku under 19 ne
sure
I was the shortest ngidlala nezilanga bayabona coach yethu le manje example ikhomba lezi zilanga thothi zabhayiza lapha ground nithi nina niyabhayiza singazohlula umntwana 14 years kanjalo
right now we know yeah
la ikasi sharp ngo14 amajida angazi mangifike e14
sure
lihlale kanjalo ukuthi hayi wena uDJ 14 manje
okay
ngidlale ke dokfeleni yabo sekwenzakalani sengiba expose ngayi
sure
lezi amajida ziluza amagigi lezi amakhaseti angezona zifuna bezingakafundi upgrade
wena uze ngevinal
mina ngeza ngento different le abayibona le fair
sure
sometimes nokujump eTV uyathola
yeah
and then eYFM ke ngaso sikhathi bisangena ichisa amavinal uyathola so wena ungaluza kanjani ke ibhetlile ke kuwofike ngayo
yes
yabona like ngitshele ngitole kanjalo mina ke kuze ngibe expose ngiqale ngithola amagigi
sure
kube nama party ke kayi ama sweet 16 ngene ka ngipush ma 21st yabo ngathini almost ekas man ngikhulisile mina kayi
yeah var
almost
from like inkazi amabheshi yo
amabheshi ngibone ngikope ngayibona kade ayilokishini
yeah
bayenza ibheshi ne
yeah
mabenza kade ikasi ngayibona nanga ye fine town kona bake bayichune 3 days ye 3 days something like 3 days
sure
ngabheka ama weak point wabo ukuthi sanibona benza kanjani babhayiza va kwenzakalana ngayiqala e1 ke nakhona isekele silifusa nabo banamajita lekasi
sure
back then sijuthane ke ama posters azenziwa kanjani
sure
sithatha into sibhala ngesandla asiyabhala ke
nibuya fair yo
siyabhala ukuthi uzothi belukope ka asiyabhala ngesandla safoster ke lapha but asiyaphusha yabo ngitshela ngiphushwa amajita mina
sure
hayi ukuthi ngiziphushile mina yabona ivar leader
sure
yiko ngana izinto zamakwali azisebenzi
yeah
if ngikhona ukunceda omunye umuntu wami la ngakhona ukunceda omunye umuntu
var
uyathola sifake ke pheki ke first page ke sishala
do you remember the first year like Maosha your first event
nini
igama layo
aku99 lapha besibale
street bash
nakhona boma 99 ya bekusavula bo Willometer or something like that
sure
asibangene namajita phethe amajita sekasi isihlangene isipapayi sambe sawaplaka lamaphephe esiwabhale ngezandla yabo asaziniki ukuthi wenzakalani efine town
yeah
ayisafaka pheka ayisiye sifaka only to find out mfana you 10 out yakhona
massive
yo yabona kuze kuthuke naye dladla besiplake kule sound
sure
utamthimbane la khona nazathuka taye cima lento lesi movie sound ke ngakugcwele ndoda
tittle
switch sound mele sikuke izinto sizikuke size kubo boy sirikana olidla ka boy last minute ayi olidla ka boy alizwele besiphethe uboy
yeah
asaseyidwana siphethe ankela ke lishasha olidas plan
yeah
asiqhubeke mfana ngokutshele that was born 14 ke kulawo mabheshi ke
so that's like
yabona ukuthi manje ngibone sanabola ziyenzeka izinto
sure
naligama le-expose naka abantu sibayalazi igama kunjanjani
sure okay
first batch azange kuliwa azange kwenzakala next yonke into ibe thebelele yabo
yeah
qale ke yabo ngithola amaphathi ke abantu abazela sebangijumpile abanye sebafuna ama 21st
sebayakubhuka makunamaphathi
yabo sengikhona ukudlala nge-Springbok
yeah
inadeli naseloni phela ngithi bekulanga nabantu ababhayi bekele like bekele Southview lo meet LSS
yeah and those people like they come from different classes
yathola namba ngayiye farm yathola yabona sengithola yonke into ke siyabizwa ke akala sekuno DJ 14
It's funny when you say like Kamalaka. That's when like in terms of teaching reputation, he like was given birth from like Leo party.
Yeah.
Because like Tina, mostly we had assumed like people started knowing you because there was this thing like DJ 14 and Soul Candy. Yeah, so like it's Soul Candy because we assumed okay, there's a Soul Candy, and then from Soul Candy that's how you became this guy that you were, because back in the days we know Soul Candy like was known.
Yeah, we brand the growth.
We brand the growth and every DJ.
Africa,
yeah.
We have Soul Candy party. Yeah, but Abungdula in the House Africa.
Oh, so now do you get Soul Candy after like so logo pop out from these other gigs?
Yeah.
What happens like go Soul Candy? Do you get connections to be there, or like as you going around you find yourself now so Soul Candy or Africa?
Soul Candy man, I think pegabo first vinyl I'll take House Africa.
Sure.
First vinyl I'll buy House Africa.
So in House Africa begin like a scholar or begin like a shop?
Shop my vinyl.
Oh, okay.
All the DJs from Alexandra everywhere bahlangana da bekuyiyo grand shop ngathini head office yayonke
yabo
DJ hub yabo DJ yonke.
Yeah.
So it's like we are lana da ucava ezinye izinto that's all.
Sure.
So Soul Candy ngikuze ngeSoul Candy, there was music ebengufuna mangi House Africa ngothula.
Sure.
The only thing to find out there's a new shop, there's a new label that is open. Soul Candy. Abo angenzeni iSoul Candy angiyazi kupati se Rosebank, angiyazi nale Rosebank.
Sure.
Angivanye ubuy city then le la kambuso la ka DJ Mbuso city lokuqala ngisazi beli yelani konje la ka DJ Mbuso mara
throwback.
Angisazi la lelo city ubuy lelo city le.
Yeah.
Just to funi address yabo.
Sure.
Ubuy lelo city sengiphethe lo city le Soul Candy.
Sure.
Shap ngiyadlala la abantu belincane yathola.
Yeah.
Only naloku upush iYFM iphusha inamba ezibhaya. iYFM
umameli iYFM
bese ufuna music yathola.
Okay.
And lo music ngofunayo ukule city le ngithengile. Phela bekwama like bongekho like bengasama vinyl kwathi bebalimixile yathola.
Bebayenza ama
compilations yathola. Mama mina ngifuna a full length.
Okay.
Uzokhona ukuzilalela grand ebantwini ngecompilation uzomixa kanjani.
Eish. Ngapha ndlala ngama vinyl vele.
Ama vinyl yabona CD player iningi yaso CD jeka ngeni.
Yeah.
Isase expose le yathola.
Yes.
Ayizathi mangiyabona Soul Candy ngibamba itaxi.
Sure.
Angizele mfana ngihamba ngi1. Ngiyazi. Ngiyabuza udriver angithatha ngibeke.
Ihanga le kwisana iSoul Candy.
Uzowenzani mfana? Phela manje ngithi sosebantwini.
Sure.
Abantu sokudemand kubo.
Sure.
Abantu expect ukuthi ube nomusic omusha, ube nenumber abazincanywayo.
Sure.
Wangiye pheke. Mangiclaps. Ngena ngazi next nakhona yabona.
Yeah.
Ayi Jebs uyambone nangu DJ Mbuso le compilation yewe. Nangu DJ banibando nokumuse eradweni.
Yeah.
Bekusathi iYFM, ngiyabona iYFM nabi sasekhona da.
Sure.
Yabo mawude nangu Monde, hey. uMonde lo DJ Mondo lo dlala kwaye.
Yeah, uye lo.
Yabo. Ay yabona ngiyafika ngiyazintroduce introduction yabo mina bengiziringela. Hayi varle da mina bengasabukhulu bengiziringela.
Sure.
Ngifuna abazi next.
Yeah.
Ngifuna izinto ezigrand bangitshele ngale ndawo ngakuthenga iCD nali ukuze ngize ngifike yini. Ngangithola amajita grand.
Yeah, and I feel like it's one of the things which like most of us like young people is shota ngazo, like that hunger, you know, ukuthi siyasabu ukuthi sitshela abantu ukuthi angikavi next, you know, most of us these days we like ngathi siyazi yonke into, you know.
Ngathi ivareli da ngibona ngiziringela angibatshela ayi mina ngazi next bafethu. Just ngifuna ba grand ngomusic and ngifuna inamba ezigrand for abantu yathola.
Sure.
Oh le uzingithathe zingibeke ukuthi amamela hayi. Lo mayi yawuthamba yabona kwenzakala kanjani.
Sure.
That day keep those times we keep 100 rand bakunika inaliti bakutshengisa ama turntable bakukhethela ama vinyl istaff esisho sifikile.
Sure.
Maybe ama vinyl 10 bakutshela ukuthi mamela kulama vinyl 10 uzochoose ku whatever izwa ukuthi wena right, if uyabhayiza sizokubonisa ukuthi uthathe ini.
Sure.
Oh ngibangene kanjani nami ngisibukela itafula but take your time ngisithathela isikhathi ngimamela yabo nale ngoma ngizwe ku why ngibeke esayidini.
Yeah.
nayi le ngiyazi ngathi mnandi ngibeke side yathola manje yobhadala lapha ningikhethele la dithi lawa i2 right wakhethile lawa soso thatha lawa hamba odlala uzobuya ungitshele istaff sethu sifika ngamalanga ingitshela amalanga istaff esifika ngayo
sure
ukuthi amavinali iyafika ngesikhathi so wena if une shipment enje uzwakala ngiye mfana ukheki ngincenge yabo senginamagigi ngi-exposed the only thing enzakalayo inamba ngibasha ngayo bayosayifuna labo DJ
bamakazethi
khona mina sengivithizile mfana
ubahambele phambili
ngibavele phambili akutshela ayinto yakufaka ngibavele phambili mfana angiye mfana yabo mangilongiphusha ke sharp so ku14 ngicwele yonke indawo uyathola sengine sound haya ngiyaphuma ngiyodlala uyathola
sure
awusiphushe back yabona lapho mangilongiphusha ke only to find out there's all candy uNhlodo ngize ngihlangana noNhlodo umngani kaBhuti wami yabo mangitshela uBhuti wami adama esol candy kunabantu abaso wena hamba umtshele ukuthi
umuntu so
bani uBhuti wakho so mangifika la kimfana ngimtshela uNhlodo angithatha angibeke egrand yabo angitsheleke yabo sekangitshela ama secret amamela uthama lana kusuka kuma final awufuni ingoma ngoba uyizwe khale radio uyathola you can get the track uyidlale 6 months ingakangeni nase radioini ingena after 6 months eradioini nakuma compilation ingakangeni
bona baphetha ama exclusive
uyathola ngithi ama shipment ayatshintshana phakathi ukupha
sure
ama producers abhayo uyathola
sure
kanjalo mfana yabo manje sengithola lo secret wena kanti umuntu lobu champ izinto kanje phela unokuye record about ufuna ingoma esobathi ayikho esaloba frustrated yabona kanti ingoma engene 6 months back ngoba sesizwe popular radio sesayifuna yathola ayizani yabona ukuthi umuntu bekaloku abhayiza manje just yabona ilakha abanye abantu bakhona abantu abagrand khona abantu abangekho grand hayi ngibonise le out mfana khethela inamba ngithathele ngibekele sure nayi top 6 thatha kule top 6 angwine kanjalo ke ngipushe ke abela ngithi sengitempela kayi angibatempela ke final bongekho ngenze next bongenze amphela nginikwa ama producer ama compilation ubani wena ngibatempele kube nabanye bo DJ ke kane abantu baba interested bayabona lento le kusho ukuthi ngayeka siyaphusha manje ngoba bothi ubone bengiwani ngitshela ivar kayi phela ngidlale manika silonke man pack Maximena Fine Town yonke Springbok
ngiyakhumbula
ngisazibona yabo yabona into yangiphusha kakhulu yamabheshi ngicabange ke okay mase kuso amabheshi ngiyenza ngoSeptember ngiyenza nange 31st ngiyenze agro yabo every September ibagrow mfana
because obviously September and December like those are like the festive months vele
ayagrow abafethu yagrow yabona sengiskima nabanye abo DJ bayeza bafuna ukuzodlala ngiyafaka iline up yaphela ngithi kudala bona ukudlala uyi1 the whole night
so akunama social media kunani
bodlala uyi1 the whole night mfana when first baba 6 to 6 udlala 6 until ngo6 one man
I guess then that explains
awunamuntu okureliver
so shifting one man
yabona yabona lokhu grow yafunda ezinye izinto amajita ezama nosifake for i-hour nyana or 2 hours yabo makazile umuntu angana ndaba ngizidlalele set yami ngisidlalele ngiyabona phela nami ngirelieve mfana
now khona
ngimekela adlala uDJ ngendlela akafundlala ngayo yathola ngoba kumelanga ujaji umuntu whatever afila kwidlala into yakhe yathola angiphushe ka yabona ukuthi mangigrow kanjani ngokudonsa amanye amajita asondele ethuzane kwami yabo awuthi mayiphathe grand kuwe iringa ngawe ebantwini grand ngabe nginomuntu osongithathile ngadlala wadwansi singabo DJ saskimana nalo utshela umngani wakhe yabona seseza sihlangana siyarecruitana ukuthi amani mawune 21st sicela usibize nathi nathi masina something sokubiza ushayisethi kanjalo
sure
yaba kanjalo yagrow mfana nangiloko ngidlala ngahlangana noSizethu
because ngithi ngizokubuza ukuthi like vele uSizethu ubani and like kuze kanjani ukuthi obviously nani nigcine because you went from being this solo DJ obeka operator one man to now being this brand esiyaziyo today which is 14 no CZ
so
right this group So like ubani uCZ, and how does it come about the relationship yenu in terms of like nigcine seni figure in terms of okay sesodlala C2?
Yeah,
Sure.
uCZ out yase DK.
Sure.
Ubani uSizwe George Maphanga.
Ah.
Lezi.
Asizazi again, and that's why sinama podcast so
kumele abe yina.
Yeah.
Sihlangane kuCZ bekashaya amabhesh keda.
So naye bekuyinja ngale side
la.
Sure.
Bekuye bekuye.
Yeah.
Tot yena bekunomtshayisa ama record buy yabona ngaka maze fanduze yabo.
Naye lokaphanda njenga.
Siyaphanda sithi
Sure.
On to find out lo muntu uhlala ngayi.
Esouth.
Asihlangane noCZ. Banginvitile nginvitwe nyawuthi angayi Fine Town.
Sure.
Ukuthi azwakale khona uthi ami naye eshama gig la.
Yeah.
Ngifuna nihlangane nawo udlale naye yabona.
Yeah.
Ngicela ukuthi ngizwakale uma ngifika nayi out ibe grand. Yathola. Tshela ngena mfana hey nangi ngishama gig so.
Sure.
Ngihlangane noCZ ke sijoinane kanjani. Yabo sesingamabale yabona.
Yeah.
Makuvela amagigis bekusangena angisazi lamafoni lawa akudala ama-Motorola.
Ama-Motorola.
Makungena amagigi yamfonela if nginayi-2 esizwe mfana nali igigi ngapha nami nginelinye igigi angeke ngadlala uyi-2 wena nayi inyuku ukhuluma nabantu bakho inyuku akho mara angithi uyazi usitshaja kanjani.
Yeah.
Nabo abantu bakhuluma naye athatha isound ayosibani naye makanamagigi siya-exchange-ana kanjalo.
Sure.
Ibe kanjalo-ke yabona manje sifika thothi sizodlala egigini l1C2.
Yeah.
Sesijwayele mina nasesijwayele uyathola.
Sure.
Thothi mina bangibeka 8 to 9 yena bambeka maybe 11 to 12.
Sure.
Yabo akhala usisi ukuthi hayi man lento le make sense hayi. Uyadlala no. Belungimele nami ngizodlala what sometimes mina bengena transport bengena transport yabo. Naboleka imoto endlini into eningi uyathola.
Yeah.
But hayi asenze so that engasenze combination once.
Sure.
Sikhulume nalabantu laba sharp i1 hour bekuswa ama 31 hour there.
Yeah.
Yeah bekoma 1 hour uzoshaya hour lakho nami ngeshaya lami asenze ko why singenza combination maybe sidlala 1 hour date.
Sure.
Or sisha 1 hour bese bona bayabona ukuthi benzani after that.
Yeah.
Sihlangane kanjalo ke sizame kuqala yabo as practice no practice asithu namavanalo wami namavanalo wakhe.
Yeah.
Amanye ayafana amanye awafani.
Yeah.
Ama-taste wethu music.
Sure.
Asibangene noCZ. Sikhulume nalaba ukuthi mamela nayi elinye hour siyaliphula endleke yabo. Asenze so kusho ukuthi u14 la kudlala i30 nami ngidlala i30 senze 1 hour.
Done.
Yathola.
Yeah.
After size vele fun. Sihlanganise noCZ asingene Pac-Man. Yabo masigene ayichazeka abantu mfana.
Cuz
different vibes, different spirit.
Yeah. Because obviously abangajwayeli futhi no like leyo combination yeah.
Yabona bancane abanye abantu amanye bancane uCZ. Yabo ukuthi bamnandi kanjani.
Lethi crowd yakhe yeah.
Ya uthi sincane zethu zidlala zethu.
Yeah.
Basihlanganise mfana. Singene sibangene noCZ. So lapho ke yabona kwaba ibet kaCZ versus 14. Hayi sihlangane kanjalo sesiyaphusha sithu abantu mase basifuna sithu.
Sure.
Ngithi wena futhi yasipana ke most le.
Yeah.
Aziye mpana nekasi bese develop nyana ke. Khona bayenza ama red square what yathola.
Banbizi.
Siyabizwa nama freshers ball yathola.
Sure.
Kunje so ithu bes forced ivarli dathi nasa forced. Into basifuna forced.
Which is something I would like ebalekile, you know. And like what are some of then the lessons you would say Maui one you learned, and then obviously coming into a group because it's a whole dynamic like phela no man ku group senzo share inyuku ye gig compared to ekuqaleni bengidla ngiyi-1. You understand? And a money group khona izinto enizovumelana ngazo khona izinto. Yeah, so what are some of those lessons ongasho ukuthi like you've sort of learned through leyo journey, both being a solo and being like in a group?
Yeah. Yazi ngifundisana mfana.
Sure.
Ungasipana nomunye umuntu ongamazi.
Yeah.
As long mara ama differences akhona everywhere.
Sure.
Sinokugura nayo le Brian sinokugura. Sinokugura ingidube.
Yeah.
Sifonelana after 10 minutes sihlangane vive solve ama issues.
Sure.
sibonisana ukuthi amara nawe la yabo
Ulahlile.
bekhala so la ulahlile nami ngilahlile la so
Sure.
asiqhubeke ngesipani uyathola
Yeah.
kanjalo yabo ngikele izinto ezibhaya mfethu sharp sometimes ukuba yi-1 sometimes abanye baba greedy abafuna ukushare ikheke nabanye abantu uyathola manje yabona noma manithu ninokubonisana into omunye ongayiboni ukuthi yabo masingazama ukwenza into so
Sure.
singawina maybe la
Sure.
wena ngithi ukuthi wena bolo ukufocus ukuya le
Yeah.
yena ubone enye imbombo somewhere
Yeah.
ningene thothi niyapopa
Yeah.
thola phela yabo njengoba besihamba sithu sesabaneli lakhe sahlangana nenye nale out be organize ama beach party sizidlalele thethe
Sure.
that business law thethe
Yeah. Yeah, ngiyakhumbula, ngiyakhumbula.
la uthi sizele izosipromote league ama patwa bese Rustenburg
Sure.
bezo promote gig la se Rustenburg isihlangane la uthi bayeza ngendlela imamela mixtape yethu lokho sadlala lapha yabo
Ethethe.
iphone udema ngicela abantu babone
Sure.
bangahambi ngakafika yabo mayifika isibone la uthi isitshele ngithanda le edlala ngakhona next time ngizonifaka entweni zami
Yeah.
yabona sibe la ke sisipane nale out le sibe expose kubo bonke labo DJ laba ke nathi sharp
Sure.
we wishing ukuthi ngathi ngingaba njengo Black Cove yabona
Yeah.
la uthi sithathe isondeze eduzane kwabo that's why yabona ke kube nama chance abaya abanye sazana through music wama record bars yathola kuma final wathi mara mo Black Cove angithi bebe hey bonga hey
Yeah.
hey bonga kube ne chance hey
Like beba too prominent, but like what I like with by the time beban book aboma Val Beach Party la benidlala khona next to abo Black Cove beba khoti mara high like today.
Yeah.
Right, so sometimes besinokuzibuza ukuthi okay kuze kanjani throughout like I journey yenu, you know, because you guys are one of the few people esicabanga ukuthi nathi bemele ngabe like nani niku level le yabo Cove. So what do you think ukuthi kind of sort of like slacked down leyo moment of success ukuthi nigcine like nani at least nikulelo zinga lelo labo Black Coffee and all these other DJs abakula ma high standards abakuwo today?
Sometimes ufana nokuhlangana nabantu abarong.
Sure.
Abarong estradini ama promoter namanga. Nabantu abazokuthembisa izinto ezingekho.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because bafuna ukukuuser for leyo moment ukuthi bagene into abafuna ukuyigena.
Yeah.
Delivery da industry njalo.
Exactly.
So manje yabona.
Yeah.
Manje angeke uphela umoya ngokuthi manje ubantu wakubhayizisa.
Sure.
Mele uyekela into yakho encanywayo. Thina nosizwa mshithi uthwela phila.
Yeah.
Uyawuspayizisile sohlangana nawo phambili.
As long nina nenza lento enithanda.
Uyathola ivareli dawo uyathola.
Sure.
Kuya ngepassion yakho. Manje well bayasicava abantu ababhane. But bazilokhu bazibuza into one ukuthi kanti nina wani
Yeah.
Uyathola.
Yeah.
So there's nothing ukuthi ngazi break it down mfana. Things happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Uyathola things happen in life.
That's true, okay.
Manje life ikawo. Mshithi uthwela phila sabangena.
And any academy, because I remember like there was a time where like you were planning to start your own DJ school. What happened to that? Like, because I feel like also that could have given like a new direction to so many of the young kids who were passionate and like who were looking up to you.
Yeah.
You know, and it could have also saved a lot of kids from getting into things like drugs, you know, like the wrong substance that these kids are in. You know, because at those time it was only just idiski. And then when you started announcing Gucci, you are building up the school, like it gave so many of us like the hope. Okay, if mina is changing at diski, yeah. So what happened? Why like lelo popolelo linga fezekanga alone in terms of like you opening up like academy school, yeah, to sort of like push these young kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ngoba sosikhathi lesi mangifuna ukuyivula bese siloko sibhizi kakhulu ne MSP.
Sure.
So lo muntu azange siba bo DJ kuphela. Sesaba nezinye helping hand somewhere
Oh, yeah.
Wasithathwa sikhathi ezinye ibhani manje sihlale sise-stratini sometimes unokuhamba ke the whole week yathola.
Yeah.
Mangeke ukhothisa abantu uzokwenza into. Umuntu uyafika uzokulinda akakutholi yabona ukuthi ba kanjani.
Sure, okay.
Totally into yasikhabhatha ile yathola.
Yeah.
Ngoba mostly besingasabhlumi eCharlie.
Hlezi in out and about.
Yabona sometimes unokuthola ama-gig Thursday yabona.
Yeah.
Besingekho expose kula ama-gig yathola.
Yeah.
Now ama-gig Thursday so uyadlala now ama-gig nini uyayithola into kanjani.
Yeah.
So but azobona makuyisikhathi.
Yeah, because hopefully isikhathi sisasekhona because throughout these pandemics, I think that's why we are also having this moment, you know, to give you your flowers, you know, as one of the legends, as one of the leaders abaqale this movement, because like we feel like if it wasn't for you, then ngabe mhlambe khane isaqala this thing, you know, but you gave like a lot of people like little hope, and you showed them a possibility. If I can start something as small as it was by that time, when you didn't even have ama resources, you had to go your spana wenzeni so that uhlanganise lento ehlanganisayo, then you guys can do it too. As now today sekunama level box, sekunama promoters amaning, you know, doing these events things and trying to get into this music and DJing thing, you know. So I wanted to ask you, best thing about DJing for when? What's the best thing about being a DJ?
Ke se expose this. Kama moments are crazy, but I guess expose.
Okay, so maybe singathi yini ke kakhulu like wena that you would say you love about just being a DJ?
And excess into nesibhayi.
Sure.
Nabantu.
Sure.
Bantu abaningi. Yathola. Nasendaweni yathola. Nokujavisa abantu uphethe amasolo engakanani 200 wabhekile awathatha wenza izinto oyifunayo.
And funny enough you speak of souls, because I remember back in the days like go Facebook, I would ask you ukuthi, so kula mabheshi like that you which is something I learned from when you were concerned about safety about when it comes to our events. You know, is it still the same like before, like Leo consideration, or like just ukatalela the fact that if people come to your event they need to be safe as possible?
If I really ngeke ngifuna ukuthatha imali zabo ngendaba nabo ava.
Sure.
Because if angibenzi babe safe, next time angebeza. Uyathola. So umuntu makazi ujayiva endaweni yakho, they know already ukuthi amanye lapha safety, the safety first.
Sure.
Yabona ngali inyuku eza ngabantu.
Sure.
If angibagay safety ngizoba ngaphandle, uyathola back. That's why mangenza into mfana ngimake sure ukuthi involve namaphoyisa nama-security,
so that
ne-community ukuthi ngiyazi angeke ngibe everywhere kicking.
Uyathola. So you sort of need to have like a control.
Uyathola ukuthi ikiki malenzakala live grand lize liphele grand.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, no, it's been a journey. It's been a long one, you know. And like I think in the Sangstrakana today is the fact that you are still humble. You know, we sustain kanjani, because even today, like if you'd be all over your head, you know, but you still lay a hand and say if you think of something, you know. And even no move I was beginning like like I'm the best DJ, or like I'm the DJ that's the cherry on top, that if Finetown would have to choose one DJ to go represent, we know good that's UNCZ for a fact, right? So how do you maintain that level of humbleness, gule piko guye? Because I still see you as like that DJ compared to also like, you know, you still have these annual events happening, which I want you to explain after this question. With how do you then maintain the level of humbleness with this fame happening around you?
Yabona mfana ukutshela abantu abangenzile somvalo, uyathola. If ngizochomela abantu abangenzile, ubani engizobuyela kuye futhi. Ngoba at the end ngizothi ngiyenza iparty ngibe yi-1 bangizoba big headache, yabo no bakhona abo DJ ba big headache, sibloma nabo abanye, yathola. So manje angeke utshele umuntu ukuthi aphile kanjani, yathola. Sure. Ngoba kuya ngokuthi mfana ukhule kanjani, ucabanga kanjani into zakho, yathola. Kumele ngicabange sibaro asilingani, yathola. Manje abanye mfana ibangena ekhanda le top DJ abanye, baze benza izinto ezirong, yathola. And sometimes ba uwe man the way ungakhona pheki iba phansi, nabo mina ngeke mangiplomena ubone ukuthi lo DJ next, and angeke ungize ngilokukhuluma kakhulu. Ngiyathulela ngizenzele into yakho, ubona ngemovement mayenzaka ukuthi shit lo muntu lo ngilomplomena kanti uye lo muntu so wena and uthulile nje akanazo into eningi, yathola. And socialize naye wonke umuntu, yathola. Ngoba like wonke umuntu umngane wami mfana. yabo two amajita yabo DJ umphakathi yabo cherry indwane encane uyathola lamaphoyisa yonke into bele abangani bambonke uyathola.
So you try ukuthi everywhere la ufika khona
accommodate uyathola
nature wonke lawo ma relationships.
That's how it works.
That's how it works ne.
Abanye bafuna attention yakho kumele unike umuntu attention umuzwa ukuthi uthini uyathola. If anginike lo muntu attention kuzophuma igama lo seka arrogant.
Sure.
The next time oba arrogant uyayela.
Sure.
Ngoba everybody angeke sakuthande ukuthi lo arrogant ithina uyakhohlwa ukuthi uphuma
phi. Yeah. I like the fact you did say like it's people that have made you, even like in the beginning of your career. Like it was people who would say, Yenza so, you know, nai platform, nai in. So like my 1000s, you know, but it's a community of people that are willing openly and genuinely to assist. Good back uplift. Yeah. So most of the us must bona ngathi no hayi sesacaviwa nyana amakhanda yaduma. So sifuna ama VIP section all the way.
Kuphela ngisiblomela nabantu mina anginasikhathi sokudlala mfana.
Asiringe nge annual event. You did one last of last week.
Yeah, last of last
week. When did you start ngama annual event, and like I wanted the process behind it, nama challenges that you come across when organizing like lama annual events, and from the last one where you brought Vinny Da Vinci.
Sure.
Like what stood out from you, and like how do you feel about the overall experience? I must have so born with it's 2022 and I'm still here, the love is still the same, people came out in numbers, you know, even like how Vinny Da Vinci was just so chilled, you know, like to even like wait for his moment and his turn, and how he was just also enjoying like the space at that time. Good, now when you see like something like that with you, even like the legends of the legends now, but when they come to my space they feel at home. So annual events, when do you start, and then from the last one how do you feel about the whole overall experience?
Annual events ngibhengenza la kudala ninga stop. So I have to come with different concepts.
Sure.
I-concept ebenginayo ngaqala ngokwenza i-birthday yami ngayenza for 3 days. Ngashaya 3 days but Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And usually it's you celebrating your birthday.
My birthday.
Sure.
So yaba successful yabona. Ngayeka after the 3 days, maybe ngayenza the following year after ngayeka uyathola. Ngaqala nini futhi last year.
Sure.
Ngoba abantu ibo bebalokhu bakhala wena usenza amaphathi bengasayenzi next ngitshela vara yabona ngicila ngokudlala endaweni yabona but sicela usenzele futhi lamaphathi wakho bokuyenza cabanga nje something yabona and we miss ispace sakho lesibejwala kuza kuzo
ekhaya
sinama memories wethu yathola
var
yabo ayimani nami ngiyacabanga shit yabona abantu mabakhala kanje should basakufatela yathola angicabange ngithatha amajita wakudala yathola
sure
bengizele endaweni ngihlangane namajita ngikhulume namawethu ami ngibuild connection yathola shabu leyo into engiyenza ngiyabheka ukuthi abantu bathanda abantu ngiyenzakala ini yathola
sure
into important ukuthi abantu ubanike lento abayifunayo yathola shab this piano what hayi ukuthi ngiyalizonda yathola shab the only thing engibonile for mina ukuthi ngangispanela ngadonsa amajita edibi yathola but at the end if ungacheka ngiyamixa yonke into
iba namajita because bekunayo yonke into
ibe nepiano ne hip hop bakakhona ukuthi jo hip hop uyangena yathola like ama memories bewenzakala
fantu
ikudala uyathola ngoba bekhala yonke genre music boyithola la kudala uyathola
R&B soul kwaito
yonke into uyathola
deep house
uyathola but mina wami yabona ngifocus ukwenza ngama Sunday kuphela mfana hayi shapa ama Saturday nawe
la Sunday
ayo mnandi
no like
the ngeke kamnandi pia kwa mabasha akazi yabo sure last year only to find out ngathola amajita ami lawa akudala ebengipusha na Soul King uGix ngathola uhloti ngathola usipelete lo sekasipana no fresh
sure
ngaringa no Lebza the villain maybe besila nonyaka nje sihlangene no Lebza yabo but ngathi bangikhuluma naye waba ne speaking for stand ngathi angibizi ngizoze space insakho
sure
weza yaba successful yaba mnandi Uyathola.
And then Vinny, like a connection yakho naye, how do you
Uvina ngithi abantu bethu bakudala.
Oh,
Besibheke kubo ama-hotman.
yeah.
So yabo masiloko samba. Siyahlangana via. Sekuvuka ngithi kunalento yama-final session manje.
Sure.
So uyabona the old DJs siyahlangana futhi nabantu nabo DJ abasha. Shaba uvini ngicabanga shit. Kunile hotman le nami kudala nginspire yathola.
Yeah.
Athi ngeke ngilethe ekhasi lami kayi-1.
Yeah.
Izobless i-birthday yami yathola.
Sure.
Kayi-1 i-birthday iza kayi-1 phela kumele ube thankful ngawe nokuyafika lo.
Yeah, no.
Nama COVID ayashaya.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, ngikhulume uClode athi relax sokukhulumela no.
Sure.
Asombara uClode angenzela i-connection mfana. Amfonela athi ayithatha nayi napho ukulindile amfonela. Ngimfonele le hotman li-grant kanjani. Ngiringe nalo hotman sibe mnandi.
Yeah.
Lingitshela ngicharge so. Yenza so ngithi sharp ngilifakele i-deposit yami.
Yeah.
Lingitshela ukuthi angalokhu uzistress mina ke ses on mina nawe.
Yeah.
Ibe like kanjalo uyathola.
Yeah.
Ngoba into ehlangene kamnandi.
So
what bakafika yi.
Yeah.
Was like ungiletha ku setup le street bash le yakudala.
Yeah.
It was the last time ngidlala into leso. I think
memory lane na imbuyisele emuva.
Angimisele emuva.
Yeah.
At yes, this is great fun. And yabona ubone ukuthi awuthe grand ya hotman. Fike early, yasifikela early.
Correct.
Uyathola?
Correct.
Yabona zange ifuna nokuthatha amakika baya. Ngoba ikasi engalazi uyathola. Ifuna ukuza kulo. Elfrustani is enjoy uyathola.
Yeah.
Uyangitshela bengihlala ngidlula la ekhondela wethu kanjani.
Yeah.
Sihlangane no Vinny awazwakala. Yaza upload bekamnandi mfana.
Sure.
Yabo till today.
Sure.
Sangikhalela ukuthi anything mawuqala uphinda something contact me mina ngikhona available.
Sure.
Ngeke ngokubhayizise ngienjoy le kasi bengingalazi mara ngiyalithanda le kasi
uyathola. Yeah.
So anything ufuna if you want someone talk to me sokwenzela i-contact. Yabo that's how you should mind abantu basekasi bamphatha grand.
Sure.
Zange bamenzeni kwenzakaleni.
No, beka safe because like makafika man kuvele i-atmosphere ivele ya change. You know, because I remember besibhlome etendeni thina. Then siyalibona nali uncle liya cross. Azange size sikholwe. And in our heads we thinking okay, obviously mnjana sekafike so sekazovela angene kuma ones and gigs besava. But for the Mayfelt ukuthi we got to see him like probably ufike wabloma boma 30 to an hour before azo game an hour ne before azo game azongena kuma ones and two because mayangena kuma ones and two bese sekumoshakele and amosha west.
Ngithi sambe bangabelieve.
Yeah.
Ake ngiposta manga mfana mina.
Yeah.
Ever since kwabe wangaze ngaposta manga.
Yeah. And you let your work speak for you.
Uyathola. Angaze ngaposta manga ngoba at the end bangizoposta manga who's going to believe in me.
Yeah, that's true.
Uyathola.
That's true. Okay.
So they were like, yeah. Uya kempela ngibathi ngithi awuye ndemota uziblobele nje lapha ya.
Sure.
Kana sipeningi uyathola.
Sure.
Ukuthi ufuna security hotman nje lizilelele.
Relaxing.
Relaxing noma liqeda ukudlala bo lisithathela isikhathi
lesiblobele. Yeah.
Before livayo uyathola.
Sure. And then like overall experience when like out of 10, how do you feel about like your annual young at 2022?
I be super.
Yeah.
I be cheese.
So that means next year we're getting another one.
Another one. Ngikutshela mina ngenza kayi-1 igika ngenza amakika baya ngenze annual kuphela ngibumendweni.
Sure.
Uyazona.
Sure.
Sharp no kunama demand amanye bafuna ngenza elinye igigi ngisacabanga.
Yeah.
Alisiki ukuthi ngenzani uyathola.
Right.
Maybe something nyane encane mara engekho so mara ngazi ukuthi izoba kanjani uyathola.
Sure.
Ngokutshela ukuthi ngenza something small lapha ibig
bese khoti ne. Yeah, no.
Man like already ngiziplanela for annual wami ya next year.
Already?
Yeah, ukuthi ubani ngimdonsayo ngenza ini imaba ama changes okumele ngiwenze futhi uyathola.
Why is that important ukuthi uqale no for prepare for March? I mean, sigu March already, but you're already preparing for next year March. Why is that important when it comes to you?
Ngibheke nama mistake mangabe ngiwenzile akuyini.
Sure.
Kumele ungafixe kusase kusho ukuthi ngazi ukuthi yonke into yami se on point ngesikhathi so.
Sure.
Even ngikhipha ama deposits engwakhiphile.
Sure.
Uyathola.
Right.
Yonke into yami say secured ukuthi ideko what say secured.
Yeah.
Ngoba ama last minute mfana azokwenza izinto edoma. Uyathola.
Yeah. So what advice would you give then? Because someone question, what advice would you give to someone who wants to start into this DJing career thing, you know, and like what are some of the challenges that you've came across throughout this journey that you would say even today probably you're still going through them or you've overcome? One, what if someone wants to get into the DJing thing, how do they go about that? And then second, like what challenges would you say like you faced even through like now nalama annual as you plan these annual, what are those challenges?
Mafuna ungena mfana dane
Sure.
Passion yakho.
Sure.
Ungafuni ukuprovela abantu ipoint nokuthi ngizitshela ukuthi ngizongena ke kozongitshela
Sure.
Ama politics akhona ivari nje leader.
Yeah.
Actually, but if uzothatha la politics wafaka ekhanda, oh you won't go anywhere and angeke wenze next.
Sure.
Ngoba manje unokuzondela ukuthi wena wenza i-annual kick yakho awufakanga umuntu ku line up, umuntu akubifa aphe akugijimele kuma social media into eziningi yathola.
Yeah.
So mazo responda nawo i-social media iyakwenza yakubulala ka.
Sure.
Mami nabona mawubhala izinto ngiyathula ngibheke ngiphume kuyo. Ngoba kusiza mangizophendulana nawe ngizoba doma umfana pheke.
Yes uncle, ngifuna sibagayi cheat code ne.
Yeah.
First step ne.
Yeah.
Step 1. Angithi yazi ukuthi obviously incosi nayo ayiqala ivele sehamba.
Somba.
Yeah, ayiqala ikhase and then from there. So what would you say maybe are like according to when ne? Maybe 4 steps or 5 steps if someone wants to start getting into this DJing thing. The first step emelayenze.
Ngayiskele sakhona ke ne. Sharp azame ukuzimaketha marketing important.
Sure.
Uyathola.
Sure.
Sometimes sharp bese nokudlala for free ivari leader.
Sure.
Ngadlala for free just ukumaketha igama lakho uzama ukulipush ibrand yakho.
Sure, okay.
Like kumele ube manje unique nyana mfana ungafani nabo bonke.
Sure.
Ube unique ibiyasipana.
So meaning don't ride on the trends just cause sekune piano nawe so ku piano.
Sharp piano nathi adlala ivari. Mina ngiyadlala uyathola.
Yeah.
But angithi ngisichuzela ukuthi ngithanda ini.
Sure.
And manje mawuya check bangilabula ngaleyo nto le yabantu. Mangifika ngidlala ukuthi nayi lo muntu siyazi makuzongena umuntu so uzodlala into so angeke sidlala into one song.
Sure.
Ngoba iphathi izobhora uyathola.
Yeah, var.
Ukuthi bebele uthola ilabel yakho ukuthi abantu bazokulabula ngani kuphela. Uyathola.
Yeah. And then challenges?
Ayabhaya yo. Abhayi banokufuna ukukusabotage yabo. Yabona na ama challenges
so yasho nje ukuthi labo mele ubagade
mele ubagade mfana mazofaka bonana kakhulu ezokhabatheka bheke azokhabatheka
sure
ay angali mongena abanye yabo abanye bangena for wrong reason for abucheri
sure
leader
yeah
kuthi ngifuna ukuduma ebucheri mina kanti at the end abucheri bazokuyisa ngoba kuzoba nama pregnancy unnecessary abaya nani ezibhaya sebathi rapile
yeah no abantu mele basibheke that's true
sharp namajita ke khona amajita jealous vela
sure
ayinto ozoyenza bo for ukuthi uwe
sure
yabo manje ayiko shayibho ezinye izinto
uzenzele into yakho
uzenzele ufocus into yakho it's either uyawina or uyalose
sure
ikanjalo
sure
yabo not ukuthi every time uzohlala uwina.
Yeah, that's true.
Yabo
that's true.
Unokubena igigi kunethe imvula. Yabona kusoluze emalini so ikhiphile ebantwini.
Those are some of the challenges. Yeah,
nini naku kusebabize ama metro avala igigi lakho uyathola
because awenzanga izinto right
yathola iko mele ulandele onke ama channel mawenza something ukuthi mele ngilandele ama channel asokuze noma bangathi ubani uthi wenzani.
Sure.
That's
why it's important to start planning early, ne?
Yeah.
Prepare early so that okay. Makes sense.
Yabo mina ngisipana kanjalo. Iko mangocheka mangenza igig mina nginvolve ngomuntu ngoba kuselami ngiwona.
Sure. No, uncle, mina nje ngithanda ukubonga isikhathi sakho for the fact ukuthi finally like this happened. I know ukuthi like whoever that's going to watch or listen to this podcast will feel inspired, you know. And also for the main fact, like we said, with COVID, we never really get a chance to give you guys flowers when in Sapila, you know.
Somba.
Sinkhumbula seningeke, hey maro uncle or spanbani ngaleka. So I don't want that. I want zonke or wonke amahotman amankelo am, the people that have been like a backbone of what Ikasletu is today in terms of vibes, in terms of developments, in terms of talents, in terms of music, in terms of whatever that we might think engayenzi with Ikasletu progress. So you guys are like the founding fathers of that, you know. And I would like to say thank you, you know, for le role edlalile, because had it been bengasini already lenda obayilebula as amaplaza. Yeah, you know.
Manje iplaza liletha bonke ke lapha yathola.
Yeah.
Iplaza lethu ayilethu.
Yeah.
Bele siliphakamise thina self.
So you guys
have abantu bebandlula la.
Yeah.
Phela yibe bangayibona ukuyibona.
Sure.
Ngabuvina bobanda indawo.
Sure.
He was like him. I was always passing Kolina away.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was such a place. Ngiyamthenga ukuthi abheke atmosphere yiyo imnandi.
Yeah.
Nabo Claude abo bangacheka amachita yabuya siphinda.
Sure.
Babona the way mabazenga baphathwa grand yathola bakaze bayenzakalelwe into edome yabo.
Sure.
Noma crowd ingaba kangakanani angayibe iningi. Ayenze riot angayibe.
Yeah.
Siyaphusha ukuthi lo muntu ozile bamwelcome afile like home ukuthi esandla. Lekasileli ngiyacela
can come back anytime.
Ade zonke izinto bebazenzeke sonke nangayizenzeke.
Sure.
Kodwa. Maye kubuye kayi.
Nah, Tina Siabonga for just being you know, and hopefully, like, may you remain as humble as you are, and may you always continue supporting and giving your hand, you know, to the next generation, you know, with like they need a sort of light or direction in coming into these spaces. Sure. And may your annual events nazo is cool, you know. Yeah, keep growing every now and then, like when you host uNkulunkulu ahleza kubusisile, you know. Siyabonga for everything that you've done for the hood. Where can people catch you kuma social media? No, let's say someone like listens to this but they want to book you again. How do they go about the process? Management. Alright, so it means for now that you just hit me up and then yeah, man. So I hope next time. Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. So shy part 2, so that part 2 because we'd also like to hear Ijenya Konaye fully now as a group, right? So yeah, hopefully we will have a part 2 and he'll agree to do something like this. Because he has they a bit skeptical. My camera, Sure. Happy birthday to Uncle Caesar as well.
Mara si celebrate Tuesday White House.
Yeah.
Kona ma Tuesday swavulile ngada so to Middlelands.
Okay.
Aya pompe pool party.
Yeah, so hopefully see dropper before Tuesday so that people know where they can catch you guys. Alright, and then this week gig guides nothing.
Saturday
Saturday is tomorrow.
Saturday, yes, tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Otherwise, sohlangana estradi.
What a pack. I think with that said, this brings us to the end of the episode. Shout outs to you who's going to get a chance to listen or watch this episode. This is going to be one of my favorite episodes to upload and edit. But you also know, if you want to get in touch or engage with our content, you can follow us on our social media platforms. On Instagram, it's TPJ_podcast. Facebook, The People's Journal Podcast. YouTube, The People's Journal Podcast. And then you can also listen to this episode on Spotify and all these other streaming platforms. With that said, I think what I'm taking away from this is that if you have a gift, if you are talented about something, ukuthi unani or aunani silzwili ankeli, he'd go kuma solken and go ask, find out information. Do the same thing, do your research, go out there, talk to people. Let's stop this thing, especially as young people. We know everything. We don't. Let's ask questions. Right? So if you want, like, at least to get somewhere in life, humble yourself and don't be afraid to ask, because with that said, I'll catch you on the other side, and don't forget to be great. On a pack.